2 months ago, a Faceless channel uploaded its first video. No face, no personal brand, no expensive equipment, almost 40,000 subscribers and 1.8 million views. And almost nobody is talking about what they actually did. The Faceless YouTube is dead crowd has been very loud lately. And honestly, they're not completely wrong. Some niches are dead. But while everyone's crying about that, a completely different set of niches is quietly pulling in thousands of dollars a month, right now, in 2026, with almost zero competition. I spent weeks breaking down channels that launched in the last 60 to 90 days. Channels most people haven't even found yet. And I ranked the 10 best ones by how much they're earning, how easy they are to start, and how long the opportunity will last. Stay until niche number 1. That's the one with the most proof, the lowest barrier to entry. And I'm saving it for last for a very specific reason. Before we start, quick note on how this list is built. I'm not picking niches based on gut feelings or trends I heard about. Every niche on this list has a real channel behind it, with real subscriber counts, real view numbers, and realistic revenue estimates. I'll give you the numbers. You decide. I'm also going to be straight with you about the trade-offs. Some of these are dead simple to start, but capped in earnings. Some are harder up front, but have almost no ceiling. I'll tell you exactly which is which, so you can pick based on where you are, not where some random YouTube guru is. One more thing. Drop a comment right now with what niche you're currently in. Or if you haven't started yet, just drop a 0. I genuinely read these. Let's go. Here's what most people get wrong about saturated YouTube niches. They see 500 channels in a category and assume it's over. But YouTube doesn't work like a market where only one seller wins. The algorithm actively looks for new channels to push, because fresh content keeps viewers on the platform longer. The niches that are actually dead, they're dead because the content got boring. Reddit story compilations, AI motivational slideshows, AI news summaries with zero opinion. Those aren't failing because of competition. They're failing because the content stopped being interesting. The niches on this list are growing because they're creating something the algorithm still rewards. Content people finish, share, and come back for. With that locked in, let's start the countdown. Number 10, religion and war history. And yes, I know what you're thinking. That sounds dry. Hold on. There are channels right now getting hundreds of thousands of views on titles like Fall of the Ottomans, First Balkan War, Here's How. But what makes this niche actually interesting isn't the history. It's the audience using these videos as sleep stories. Sleep stories. People are literally falling asleep to battle narrations and coming back every single night. That means your watch time isn't just high on the first view, it's recurring. The same people replaying your content over and over. That's a passive income engine most creators completely miss. How you make it. Scripts from ChatGPT or Claude covering historical battles or religious events. A calm, deep voiceover from 11 Labs. Historical imagery or AI-generated visuals from Midjourney or Google Image FX. Edit it all together in CapCut. The honest trade-off. You are going up against established history channels. That's why it's at number 10. But the sleep story angle carves out a lane nobody's directly competing in. Frame it as bedtime content instead of education, and you've got a completely different channel. Niche number 9, emotional AI storytelling. Difficulty, medium hard. Earning potential, $2,000 to $15,000 per month. I need you to actually stop and process this number. A channel called Rio Films launched this year. Faceless. AI-generated animated stories, mostly centered around animals. And they have crossed over 1.6 billion views and over 3 million subscribers. In 2026, why does this work? Because emotional storytelling bypasses logic. You don't decide to care about a lost dog trying to find its way home. You just do. And when people care, they finish the video. When they finish, the algorithm pushes it. When the algorithm pushes it, you grow while you sleep. The production workflow. Story images from ChatGPT's image generator. Animate with Kling AI or VO3. Edit in CapCut. Music only. No voiceover needed. The emotion carries it. Here's what beginners get wrong with this one. They think it's about the AI tools. It's not. The tools are just a camera. The real skill is pacing, tension, knowing when to hold a moment and when to cut. Study storytelling structure before you start this one. This is number 9 because the skill ceiling is higher.
Niche number 8, Forgotten Dread Tales. Difficulty, easy to medium. Earning potential, $500 to $2,500 per month. This is one of my personal favorites, and it might be the simplest production on this entire list. Victorian-era photographs turned into supernatural horror stories, entirely AI-generated. And the scalability here is almost unfair. Some of these videos use one image for the entire video. One. And they're pulling hundreds of thousands of views. Here's why it works psychologically. Historical imagery feels real. It has weight. It's not clearly AI-generated. That authenticity makes the horror land harder. Viewers don't feel like they're watching content. They feel like they're discovering something that was buried. How you make it. Scripts from ChatGPT or Claude, forgotten legends, cursed objects, Victorian ghost stories. Visuals from Google Image FX or Midjourney. A restrained, atmospheric voiceover from 11 Labs. Edit in CapCut. The real opportunity most creators miss. Everyone goes to the same 5 horror topics. Bloody Mary, Dyatlov Pass, Jack the Ripper. If you dig into obscure regional folklore, lesser-known legends from specific towns in 1800s England, forgotten tragedies nobody's covered, you own that space. No competition. Evergreen content. Loyal audience. Niche number 7, Sora AI plus commentary. Format, difficulty, medium. Earning potential, $1,000 to $8,000 per month. Warning first, because most people are going to try this the wrong way and wonder why YouTube shut them down. You cannot just upload raw AI-generated clips and expect to get monetized. YouTube flags that as reused content. Done. But when you combine Sora AI visuals with original commentary that adds real context, perspective, or storytelling, it becomes transformative content. Some channels doing exactly this have hit over 100 million views on a single video. The one rule you must follow: your narration cannot just describe what's on screen. You have to add the why, the context, the narrative angle. You're a guide, not a caption reader. The upside here is that you can never get copyright struck. Nobody owns AI-generated footage. Pair that with an original voiceover, and every video you publish is 100% original. It's at number 7 because it requires combining 2 formats to work. On its own, it fails. Combined correctly, it's a legitimate, scalable, passive income channel. Real talk for 10 seconds. Most people watching a video like this take notes, feel motivated, save it to a playlist, and then do nothing. I know because I was that person. The channels I just showed you didn't have better information than you. They just started. One video, then another, then another. The top 5 are coming, and one of them is the lowest barrier, most beginner-friendly, most proven opportunity I've found in 2026. Keep watching. If you're getting value from this, hit subscribe. I put out detailed systems like this every single week. Not just niche lists, but the exact workflows, tools, and step-by-step processes behind them. Niche number 6. Science-backed lifestyle experiments. Difficulty, easy. Earning potential, $1,500 to $6,000 per month. Here's one I actively recommend to beginners with zero experience. A channel called Life According to Science gained over 72,500 subscribers in just 3 months from 73 uploads. The content? Testing different habits, diets, and lifestyle experiments, then showing exactly what happens to your body, backed by actual research. The visuals? Simple AI-generated stick figure characters animated with Kling AI or VO. The editing is basic. The script practically writes itself because the content is evidence-based. And here's why this matters for passive income specifically. Health and self-improvement content attracts a premium advertising audience. People actively trying to improve their lives. That means higher RPMs, more money per 1,000 views than you'd get in general entertainment niches. At a $6 RPM, conservative for this niche, hitting 500,000 views a month puts you at $3,000 from ads alone. Before brand deals, before any product you build on top of it. Simple production, premium audience, content that practically writes itself. If you're brand new and want the most beginner-friendly path to start, this is a strong contender.
Niche number 5. Data map visuals.
Difficulty, hard, upfront. Earning potential, $5,000 to $12,000 per month. This one is going to scare some people off. Good. That's exactly why the opportunity exists. These channels combine real data with animated map visuals to show how companies like McDonald's, Starbucks, or Amazon expanded across the globe. One channel, few months old, has over 11,500 subscribers and 3 million views. At a conservative $4 RPM, because the audience is US-based and business-focused, that's roughly $8,000 in ad revenue, 4 months in. Here's what the difficulty actually means in practice. The tool is GeoLayers, a plugin for After Effects. It's not beginner-level software. Your first video will take a long time. Maybe your first 5 will too. But here's the thing. Once you build your first template, you reuse that same animation structure for every future video. You just swap the data and the company. Production time compounds down over time. And because most creators won't put in that upfront effort, competition stays low indefinitely. This is the niche where you pay a tuition of time once, and then the system pays you back for years. A video about how McDonald's expanded globally will still pull views in 2028. That's the passive income reality.
Niche number 4. Personality quizzes. Difficulty, very easy. Earning potential, $2,000 to $9,000 per month.
5 months, 21,000 subscribers, almost 4 million views. This is real. Personality quiz channels have cracked the ultimate faceless content system. Build one template, replicate it endlessly. An intro explaining the quiz. 20 to 30 visual options shown on screen. A personality reveal at the end. Done. Change the topic, upload again, repeat. I know what some of you are thinking. Personality quizzes, that's not serious content. And I hear you. But serious content making $0 is less useful than personality quizzes making $5,000 a month. The audience, primarily young women, engages at a level most educational creators dream about. They share the videos, they comment their results, they send it to friends. That social sharing is free promotion on autopilot. If you're brand new and want the lowest friction way to start posting consistently, this is your fastest path.
Niche number 3. Warhammer and Fandom lore.
Difficulty, medium. Earning potential, $3,000 to $15,000 per month. Warhammer fans are obsessive, in the best way. They'll watch a 2-hour breakdown of a single character's backstory, multiple times. The engagement is intense. The RPM is high because videos are long, with multiple mid-roll ad placements, and the community is fiercely loyal. But here's what actually matters for you. This is not really about Warhammer. This exact model, deep lore breakdowns, episode-length storytelling, obsessive fan service, works for any fandom with a dedicated audience. Lord of the Rings, Fallout, Harry Potter, Star Wars Legends, Elden Ring. Pick a universe with passionate fans and apply the same structure. How you make it. A well-researched script breaking down lore. ChatGPT or Claude for research, then your own editorial layer on top. A dramatic voiceover from 11 Labs. Visuals from fan art, AI-generated imagery, or gameplay footage. Edit in CapCut. You don't need to be an expert. You need to research deeply and present it like someone who genuinely cares. Fandom audiences can always tell the difference. This niche compounds hard over time. Someone finds one video, they watch 10. That's the algorithm working for you around the clock.
Niche number 2, everyday psychology. Difficulty, easy. Earning potential, $7,000 to $22,000 per month. A channel called Reverse Hub, $7,000 to $22,000 a month. Their most viewed content? Things like psychology of people who don't celebrate their birthdays. About birthdays, 5 figures a month. Here's why this works so powerfully as a passive income play. Every viewer watches and thinks, that's me, or that's someone I know. It takes something universal and wraps it in a psychological frame that makes people feel like they just learned something meaningful about themselves. That feeling is what gets shared. That's what gets commented on. That's what keeps people watching until the very end. How you make it. Scripts from ChatGPT framing psychology around universal human behaviors. Simple icons and images from AI tools like Whisk or Flow. Voiceover from 11 Labs. Basic editing in CapCut. The production is not the differentiator here. The topic selection is. Topic ideas are infinite because human behavior is infinite. You could post daily in this niche for 10 years and never run out of content. Niche number 1, strange deep-sea animal facts. Difficulty, very easy. Earning potential, $3,000 to $20,000 per month. I told you I was saving this for last for a reason. These are real numbers from a real channel that launched less than 60 days ago. Deep sea animal facts. Not lions, not sharks, not the obvious animals everyone's already covered for the last decade. The creatures nobody talks about. The ones that look like they came from another planet. The ones that make people stop scrolling and actually lean toward their screen. Deep sea content feels like a documentary. It's mysterious. It's educational. It triggers that feeling of, I had no idea this existed. And that feeling is what makes people binge 6 videos in a row. That binge behavior is exactly what YouTube's algorithm is built to reward. High average view duration, high session time. The platform starts pushing your content because your content keeps people on the platform. And the competition? Surprisingly low. Most animal content channels focus on the same top 20 species. The deep sea is still wide open. How you make it. Scripts from ChatGPT or Claude. Deep sea creature facts, behaviors, survival mechanisms. A documentary-style voiceover from 11 Labs. Stock ocean footage from Vecteezy supplemented with AI visuals. Edit in CapCut. The one thing that matters more than anything else in this niche, more than script quality, more than voiceover, is your thumbnail and title. Your content can be perfect. If the thumbnail doesn't stop the scroll and the title doesn't spark curiosity, nobody clicks. Spend real time on those. Study what's working. Test constantly. If you're looking for a faceless niche to start this week, this is it. 10 niches, real channels, real numbers, Real proof behind every single one. But I want to be straight with you before you close this tab. Most people watching this right now are going to do the same thing they always do. Save the video, tell themselves they'll start next week, and then next week comes, and they watch another niche video. Here's what I've learned from breaking down hundreds of channels. Nobody fails because they picked the wrong niche. They fail because they never stopped picking. Every niche on this list has trade-offs. Some are simple and capped. Some take upfront effort but scale forever. There is no perfect option. There is only the one you commit to. So here's your move. Not tomorrow. Right now. Pick one niche. Open a new tab. Write down the first title idea that comes to mind. Then build that video this week. One video. Then do it again. If you want the full systems, the exact tools, workflows, and step-by-step production pipelines behind these niches, join the Publish to Profit community. Link is in the description. It's free. It's where I share everything that doesn't make it into these videos. And if you want to see the exact automation system I use to produce faceless content faster, that's what the next video is about. Subscribe so you don't miss it. I'll see you there.